Hello, this is Zyberpunky and friends, and today Eskimo is joining me. So today we're going to be talking about retro games and today's games. Uh, Other than games, we got retro consoles, nostalgic consoles, etc. Cool things that we can talk in the past.
I mean, I would if at first, when it comes to nostalgic games, obviously it would be better to start from the beginning. Like, what game was the first game you played?
Whoa, damn.
Like, do you even remember that shit? For me, it was the PlayStation 1 game Spyro. That was the first game I ever played.
That was like
It
in
was wonderful.
2000, 2001 maybe.
Yeah, for me it was like 2000. Nah, nah. I think it was like 2000 for me as well because I started playing games when I was like 2
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
3.
You like remember a lot of stuff when you were a little kid. Uh,
Yeah, dog. I remember I played Spyro. I played this one game that was like a firefighter game. I forgot what it was called though. It was a PlayStation 1 game. It was so scary because the fire was OP. That fire would fuck you up. And then
nice.
I played the OG Resident Evil also, but I didn't know it was called Resident Evil at that time. I just found out it was Resident Evil recently, actually. But
It's
yeah,
supposed to be called Biohazard.
yeah, something like I don't know.
Uh, it's just the American, translation and all that.
Yeah, but damn that. Dude, one game, but yeah, I remember like every time I'd go to my aunt's house, I'd just go there, be like, "Yo, Doug, where's that PlayStation 1 with that Spyro?" Doug, I would play Spyro from the break of dawn
Wow.
to like yeah, no, is dawn? Yeah, from the break of dawn to the end of the day.
I feel you, bro. I mean,
Uh,
another nostalgic one that wow, the first time that I think that was like in 93, 94. Billy Black had the N64 and the Super Nintendo.
ooh,
Yeah, I'm taking you way back, like in the fourth
yeah, dog,
generation of consoles, which
yeah.
we used to play Mortal Kombat. I think he also had some weird ass games out like the WWF. Yeah, wrestling games too. And
Oh, the
from
wrestling games were always a lot of fun.
oh yeah,
Like SmackDown versus Raw. Dude, my favorite was 2006. Like that one was just
like I wonder what happened to those SmackDown versus Raw because right now it's just WWE or 2K. It's doing it.
yeah. It just joined the 2K thing.
Yeah,
It's not even SmackDown versus Raw. I remember when it used to be different.
yeah, totally.
Like it used to be SmackDown Raw or SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah. Let's see other games. Um, wow. So the first console I owned because I used to play with my friends or family that had actual consoles, but I never had a console when I was like since I was like wow 10 years old. So my cousin gave me the PlayStation 1. And I was like, wow, I had NBA, I think it was 2000. I think it was NBA Live, and I think it was Twisted Metal. Yeah, I had Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal. I remember you were the one who introduced me to Twisted Metal. That
Uh,
game was awesome. I love Twisted
yeah,
Metal.
totally. And what else? There was some pretty good Dragon Ball Z games back in the days, but I mean, like looking at it right now, it's like, wow, this was really shitty. Um, so my other experience with other consoles, wow, they were all in friends' house because I was really far behind from consoles.
Me too. I never had my first console until I was like 7 years old, I think.
Well, I remember you had the Dreamcast, right?
Oh, I did. I did have the Dreamcast.
Yes.
Never mind.
Yeah.
But I guess I did have a console, but I guess I meant updated console, like one that wasn't like super old. I never got. Well, I didn't get my PlayStation 2 until I think I was 6, actually. So.
Yeah, yeah. I remember when you had your. It was the fat PlayStation 2. I remember
Hmm.
with the iToy.
Oh my God, the iToy. The iToy.
Yeah, man.
The iToy. Oh my. I remember that. So much fun in the iToy. Hold up, let's go back to the iToy real quick.
All
Do
right.
you remember? Do you remember the one baseball game? I think it was in the second iToy game, but like where we would literally take the iToy and just move it around and it would make us run.
Oh yes.
You remember that shit? Like
Yeah,
you were
it was
supposed to act like you
so.
were running, and we would
Yeah.
just put our hands in front of it. Like damn.
Yeah, it was really inaccurate because you like start running like this thing doesn't move.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's back in the days. I mean, not everything was
Yes,
perfect.
back in the day. This one, like kinetic gaming was a thing.
So tell me about your favorite game
Oh,
experience. Your favorite from PlayStation 2. Let's start with there with the sixth
I
generation.
think you already know the answer to this question.
Well, well, you tell the audience.
Well, it will forever be Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 was by far the greatest PlayStation 2 experience. That and Shadow of Colossus. Shadow of Colossus and Kingdom Hearts 2, I gotta say, are my two favorite PlayStation 2 games.
Nice. Let's see what else. Do you remember anything about the Dreamcast?
Yes, I do. I remember playing Sonic Adventures 1 and 2 non-stop on the Dreamcast. God, Sonic Adventures was such a fun series.
Oh yeah.
I remember they were supposed to release, or there was a rumor that Sonic Heroes 2 was going to come out in August 2010, but that never happened, obviously. So,
So Sega really changed a lot after the Dreamcast went down and all that shit. And you know, Sega right now it's trying its best, and we have to understand what they're going through right now because they still doing good games, but I have to say that
it doesn't, I don't know, for me, games nowadays, it doesn't give me the same feel anymore.
as back
And
in the days.
as back in the days game. Like, I know this because, and I know it isn't because I've matured or changed over time, because I still get that feeling when I play the old games. I still get that, just like it's just as magical as the first time. Like every single time I play Kingdom Hearts, even if I beat the game before, I could beat Kingdom Hearts every single day. Like I could literally just play that shit all day.
And like another thing that it changed, time to time is that um, today's games are not as challenging as back in the days.
Oh yeah, no, that's obvious. But like, yeah, most games nowadays are just really easy.
Yeah,
Like I'm talking about the industrial games. Industrial games nowadays are like, you know, they release them every year. Every
yeah.
year we getting this, that. So, it's not as I remember like back in the day when I would have to wait so long for a game to come out, and then I didn't know when the next one was gonna come out, and it wasn't even the next year. Like the next game would come out like fucking 10 years later, like Kingdom Hearts
Yes,
2.
yes, exactly the point. I think Kingdom Hearts 1 came out 2002 maybe, right?
Kingdom Hearts 1 came out in 2002. 2
And
came out in 2005. 3 is gonna come out sometime this year or next year.
you know, this is the problem of today's game. They just like promise you something and they just like uh they take way too long. And I know these games are really big and they're trying to be like an open world, but the technology is advancing. And back in the days, we used to get a lot of gameplay, a lot of experience, a lot of good experience. And when you see today's game, even though they're long, they have a lot of flaws, and you can
Yeah, no,
see
no.
it.
The reason why they're long is because there's just so much fucking like dialogue and shit.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree.
The one I have a problem with, the Order 1886,
Oh
that
God.
game. It was such a fantastic idea for a game, but that game was honestly it was just a movie with 2 hours gameplay.
Wow.
Like legit, it was mostly dialogue and shit. You didn't even like get to play like half the time. Like honestly, like if you look it up, it was it was like what a 14-hour game, and like 6 hours of it was dialogue, like just scenery or cutscenes. I mean,
Yeah.
so like just damn.
So what's another thing that's been an issue? Um,
Another thing that's been an issue, honestly, is just games being released without being prepared, without being
uh,
ready. Like fucking Assassin's Creed Unity when it came out for the PC, like that shit was terrible. Like what the
it's
fuck?
a lot of bugs.
Not even for the PC, even when it came out for the like just the regular console. Like there were even some people from Ubisoft themselves were just like, yeah, you know, we fucked up. We released it too early. And I was just like, yeah, because y'all some money hungry niggas. Like, damn.
Yes.
Like, you're gonna need to relax. Like, for real. The thing I'm mad about a recent game is, Star Wars Battlefront, the new one.
Oh yeah.
It's such a freaking great game.
Yes.
I love it. But there's only 4 fucking maps.
I totally agree on that.
And, like, what the fuck? And then the season pass is $60.
When back in the days, a
That's
Battlefront.
$120.
Yes, man.
If
And
you want everything.
yes. And taking it back, I mean, Battlefront back in the days, you have space battle,
Mm-hmm.
and EA
Yeah,
took that away.
yeah. They put it with aircraft battles that you can't even use half the time because you have to get the fucking coin. And then when you get the coin, you don't know how to drive the thing, so like you blow up instantly, and you're just like, damn, I want to fly that shit again,
They
but
tried
I
to
can't.
they tried to do it mixed up with Battlefield and
Yeah,
Star
there
Wars.
was a Star Wars Battlefield. That's exactly what it is.
It's exactly the same.
That's
I mean,
exactly the same.
I know it looks great. It looks
No, like I said, the game is awesome. I love playing it, but I just hate how there's one
yeah,
fuck.
I totally agree. And back in the days, we used to get good experience with games, even though we didn't even actually care about the graphics. We actually care about the experience and
Yeah,
the game.
I never care about the graphics, honestly. I mean, obviously by not care, I mean it's not like I'll think differently of the game because it has bad graphics.
Hmm.
Obviously, like if a game has good ass graphics, I'm just gonna jizz all over myself like every nerd would.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just honestly Star Wars. They didn't. I wish they would have like spent more time on it. Because the thing I don't like about EA is just that yeah, Dice made the game.
Yeah.
Um, and people are like, yeah, Dice makes terrible games, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't even Dice. Like, Dice didn't even want to release it this year. They actually wanted to release it next year, but EA forced them to release it this year. So that's Dice's bit on it. So it's actually, I honestly, in reality, technically, it's EA's fault because they forced Dice to, push a game out that wasn't even ready, and that's why Dice said it also like has only 4 maps because they just weren't, it wasn't ready to come out. But
Exactly. Yeah.
EA is EA, money is money, business is business, and life is life.
Yeah. So as far as I can remember, I I don't remember developers rushed into a game in the last generation, like the seventh generation or the sixth generation, like PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, and the Dreamcast. I mean, they did rush a lot of games for the Dreamcast, but most of them came out really good. Like I'm talking about Quake, Quake 4, Quake 3. Yeah, Quake 3. Yeah, and Unreal Tournament too. Yeah, and they were really cool shooters. And uh, what we are seeing today is like rushed and incomplete games with no explanation. Like, what is why the rush? Why are you rushing a game? I mean, are you being pointed with a gun in your
It's
face?
because the reason why is because money. And if because they don't do it, they don't get money, and if they don't get money, they can't, live. So
Well, the thing is that even though if people don't like your game, you're still gonna lose money.
no,
Is
you're
it?
still no. The name is gonna for itself is gonna make the money. Honestly, for a game like Star Wars Battlefront, they didn't even have to work on it. They could have just put Star Wars Battlefront on any game, and it would have gotten many sales.
Yeah, you're absolutely
Just like
right.
it is with GTA, just like it is with Call of Duty. Everybody complains about Call of Duty, but since it's Call of Duty, everybody's gonna fucking get it. Even
Yeah,
I get it. Like I hate Call of Duty, but I'll still get it
yeah. So
because it's
we.
just it's that game to have.
Mhm.
It's just a name. It honestly is just a name.
Yeah. So what was your first Call of Duty game? Let's.
Call of Duty
Yeah.
4.
So that's Modern Warfare 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. I started playing Modern Warfare 1. World at War was dope. You know, my favorite one right now is Black Ops 3. Honestly, I think Black Ops 3 is awesome.
Because of the zombies, though.
No, I honestly don't even like the zombies that much.
Oh.
I
So
like it
tell
for
me
the
about it.
multiplayer mostly. Like in the multiplayer, I don't know. I like how the multiplayer is now. Like obviously there's still some stupid OP guns and there's still some stupid people out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But I feel like it's still more balanced than it was before because now you can do the little thrusters and everything and
Yeah.
all that stuff. But yeah, like for Black Ops 3, that's what I like about it honestly the most. The multiplayer was really good. I think they did a good job with that because I know Advanced Warfare the thrusters were stupid OP and like
Yeah.
they could get away with so much shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Another thing that I really don't like about like games nowadays compared to games, back then is just a lot of industry games nowadays are all about graphics. Like they don't even care about story or anything, just as long as it has a good graphics. Like
Yeah, they think they're gonna win money because of graphics.
yeah, they just. I mean, people are gonna buy that game because of graphics. So
Yeah, but it also like back in the days, we need a story, we need
exactly,
something, we need
like
something.
the reason why I love Kingdom Hearts is because um the story is just so like it's so large, it's so complex, it's so well thought of. And the same thing with Shadow Colossus. The thing I really like about Shadow Colossus is that have you ever played it before?
I already downloaded the game, so I'm gonna start playing it. So I have it on the PlayStation 3 in HD.
For the Shadow Colossus, freaking it was just the reason why I like it is because once you play, you'll notice there's like no mute like in the main menu. Like when you're fighting the Colossus, the Colossi or whatever you make it,
Hmm.
there's music, but when you're going like around or whatever, it's dead quiet. Like there's no music, there's no dialogue in the game, there's nothing. Literally, it's just text that a voice tells you, and it just tells you the hint of where the next Colossus is. That's the only sound you hear besides anything but quiet and music in that game. Like I like it because it's just you riding your horse across the vast field, and there's no loading. There's no loading screens in the game either.
Wow.
That is the one of the first PS2 games to not have any loading screens, like when it comes to loading new areas, because it was just so large. It was like a PS2 Skyrim, like when it comes to geographically stuff like that.
An open world, right?
Yeah, like I said, the games that nostalgic games still give me the same feeling I did when when I played Kingdom Hearts when I was 10. I still feel the same thing now. Like I'm just like, yeah, dude, fuck Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Fuck Xemnas. Honestly. Oh, another game I really like, freaking Ape Escape. Ape Escape was so much fun to play when I was a kid. Have you ever played Ape Escape?
Ape Escape, what console?
It was on the PlayStation. It was the first one was on the PSP. The second one was on the PlayStation 2, and so was the third one.
Okay. Yeah, I think I played one of monkeys like that on the GameCube, but I don't think it's the same one. But go ahead, tell us your experience about it.
My experience with it is just Ape Escape was so much fun. It was such a different game. It was the thing that made it so awesome. It was such a different game. You never would have thought that chasing monkeys around in a puzzled area, like in a swamp or like just different. Like the thing with Ape Escape, the story behind it is a whole bunch of like monkeys were just in a zoo, and like these hats and the first one is I think is the laboratory blows up. No, that's for the third one. But that's what I don't remember how exactly happened in the first one. But the monkeys get these caps on their head, and it makes them like 500 times smarter. Like the little cap you see on their head.
Hmm.
That's what makes them smart. So that happens, and then they're like, oh, we gotta catch all the monkeys, and they figure out how to time travel. So then fucking they just start going all over the fucking world, like even through time. So you have to go through time and like capture monkeys and shit. And I'm over here in Egypt trying to get this fucking pharaoh monkey. And then behind all that is the leader monkey called Spectre, which is a white monkey, and he's like the smartest monkey of them all. And but yeah, the game itself is just so much fun because you just go catch monkeys. They fuck your shit up sometimes. There's different kinds of monkeys. There's fast ones, slow ones that fight you. The thing that I like about the second and third game is that they introduced the Freaky Monkey 5, which is five bosses that were like Spectre. But so there were six bosses technically now. In the first game there was only one boss and it was Spectre at the very end. But yeah. So you just after every three levels you would have to fight that one boss. And at total there'd be like 30 maps I believe. So then yeah, you just have to fight them. One was a kung fu fighter. One of them was a genius. It varies. And it was just really fun. They had their own story. They had their own personalities, and you were just like, damn, that nigga was fucking.
Nice.
The soundtrack was really awesome too. The soundtrack for Ape Escape 3 specifically was honestly a job well done. I still jam to that soundtrack to this day.
Nice. A lot of soundtracks back in the days really hits me because
Hit home, dog. Hit home for real. Honestly, the soundtracks. I like soundtracks. Like a soundtrack definitely makes a game. Assassin's Creed 2
Mhm.
had by far one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard.
Exactly, yeah.
Assassin's Creed 2, freaking Kingdom Hearts has a good soundtrack too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Uncharted has a good soundtrack. So many games. Oh, Bastion. Bastion has a fantastic soundtrack. I love, I love Bastion. Have you ever played Bastion?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, dog, it's such a good game. Honestly, one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite indie games for sure.
Nice.
You definitely need to try playing it. It's only like $3, I think, on the PC. You know, what's your favorite soundtrack from a game?
My favorite soundtrack from a game, I think it was wow. Did you remember Mega Man Battle Network?
Oh my god, yes, Battle Network was my shit, dude.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Damn, such a good, yeah.
Yeah.
Soundtrack for that game is awesome.
Yeah. In every single level. I mean, like for the whole game. Wow, it completely hits that nostalgic, trigger for me to like, wow, this game was so good. And
It was such a good game.
yes, I remember you and me used to net battle.
Yeah, dude. Do you remember the fucking little uh PETs that we had, like the actual toy ones that we would like actual have like
Yeah,
yeah, like we
man.
actually had to connect it and put chips in it and shit, like battle chips.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, I still have that. I
I
still
still
have
have
mine.
that too. Yeah.
Dog, you want to catch the hands next time I go over there? We need to find that cable.
Yeah.
We need to find that cable. Yo, I completely forgot. That was such a good. That was good. That was good.
Those were really good times, and I mean, in the Game Boy Advance, I think that was one of the coolest portable console there was
Yeah.
in the sixth generation.
Dude, I don't think you understand how much Sonic I played on the Game Boy.
Oh my gosh. Like, how many Sonic games did you have?
All of them. I
Wow.
literally have all the Sonic games,
Wow.
and I have. Well, no. The only one I have not played and don't have is Sonic Colors, because that one was on the Wii. Oh, and the Secret of the Ring, or that one that came out on the Wii also. Secret of the Ring, I think it was. Let me see. Sonic and the Secret of the Rings. But yeah, I gotta say, my favorite Sonic game is definitely Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes was such an awesome game.
Oh, yes.
Sonic Heroes, like especially the music in that game was awesome. The playing, the boss battles,
I don't know if.
freaking Metal Sonic was
Yeah,
dope as fuck.
yes.
Neo, Neo, fucking Metal Sonic. He was OP. He turned into a fucking dragon, which is why I was super disappointed when freaking Sonic Heroes 2 did not come out when they said it was going to, like when it was rumored.
Yeah, back in the days, it was just rumors and, less internet. Because
Mm-hmm.
the news were like from the TV or from Game Informer magazines. Because back in the days, we didn't have smartphones or even, not even close to owning a PC. Let's be real. Um,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
so we just like have to watch it through G4. I don't know if you remember that channel. Uh,
G4, yeah, I remember
yeah,
G4.
it's quite long dead, but
Mm-hmm.
it, it,
Mm-hmm.
it is still in our hearts, and because of
Rip
that,
G4.
and and the Game Informer, I still have Game Informer magazines. I think I have like
Dang.
16 of them in my room, and I just can't wait to share it with you guys because it's like you're going to see a lot of things back in the days when it was like when the PlayStation 3 started, when the Xbox 360 started, and the Wii. Wow, it's gonna throw you back.
One last topic of discussion.
Yeah.
Um, what do you think is wrong with horror games nowadays? Like, why aren't they as scary as, scary games used to be?
First of all, it's like no one is scared about jump scares anymore.
Yeah,
It's just
nobody.
getting old already. I like more psychologically suspensing, like messing with your mind instead of jump scares all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real. There's this game that came out recently. I haven't played it yet, but fuck, what's it called? Came out, I think, in October. Yeah, and it's called crap. What is it called? It's a game where you have to wear like a thing that checks your heartbeat or whatever. And like it's a game that changes depending on your heartbeat. Like if you're beating fast, it gets scarier, or like if you're stressed or whatever, or scared,
Yeah.
it gets scarier. But like the more calm you are, like the less scary the game is.
Oh my
But
god.
it was really interesting. It was a really interesting topic because like it
Nice.
asks you a few questions, and then it like gets to know you, and then it just uses the game to like try to scare you and shit. Damn, what was that game called? Yeah, it was called Nevermind. It was called Nevermind.
Never mind. Wow, that's a unique title for a game.
It's called Nevermind. Dude, you should look it up. It's very, very interesting. I mean, I know, you know, but yeah, the reason why I think that the reason that I think scary games are not as scary anymore is because yeah, they just try to focus mostly on jump scares now. Like, fear that, is just sudden, not fear that, builds up and stuff like that. Like one thing that
Yeah.
I liked about one game that really is good at that is Amnesia. Amnesia was definitely a, a game changer. It was one of those games where like it fucked with your mind heavy. You would like when I played it, I literally felt like I was being followed every single fucking step and I was terrified.
Was that
And
like
then
an
like
indie game? or
Yeah,
something? Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah, I
Have you
remember.
ever? Have you? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever played Amnesia?
No, but I think I saw some a lot of YouTubers playing it.
No, no, no. That game was definitely really famous.
Wow.
It was extremely famous. It was actually one of the scariest games of 2011 or 12, I believe. I think it was the scariest game of 2011 or 12.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's all started going downhill when Slender came out. Because more
Yeah.
people saw that jump scares were just getting a big reaction. Everybody just started making jump scare games.
Yeah. It's
Like
just.
not a lot of scary games came out until Slender came out. Now that I think about it,
Mhm. Mhm.
like started a trend. The OG Slender I'm talking about, like the one that was on the PC,
Yeah.
collected
Yeah.
pages. The one that for every page you collect that's music. Damn, I haven't played that in forever. I low-key want to play original Slender again, just to see how it, you know, would it still scare me. Yeah, no, absolutely. My YouTube channel is Eskimo CF, and I don't really have much on it right now. I just recently got a camera, so right now I'm working on a music video. I'm working on putting stuff up on there soon this year. I'm revamping it this year. It's not going to be about like gaming anymore because I'm fucking tired of, YouTube gaming channels. It's just going to be music videos, shit with me doing camera work, collabs, maybe a few vlogs here and there. But yeah, Eskimo CF. Um, it's awesome. Subscribe, drop by if you like it. Thank you to Abiel for letting me participate in this podcast. I really like talking about, games and stuff.
Awesome.
So, Abiel, as they say these nowadays, I shall catch you on the flip side.
All right. See you guys next